Hi, what I want to go over today is our zone RPOs. This is what we like to start with because, again, zone blocking is area blocking. Everyone's going the same direction. We use the foundation of Penn State split zone concept, but we've done a little bit of an adaptation of using a Veer blocking scheme with it. So we'll get into that. First off, again, we want to go ahead and package the plays to fit the personnels. We call that the best return on your investment. Second thing, then, we're always going to do our pre-snap recognition and read, doing what we call ANA, access, no access, and then post-snap read, where we're reading a key defender. Typically with zone, we're looking at first level defender, defensive end. Today we're going to talk about our Split-Zone Veer, then go to our Stutter Bubble, our halfback split screen, and then finish with a traditional speed option. So first off, our ANA, again, our pre-snap recognition. We want to check these Mr. Zeros or hanging linebackers, and we say if they are inside the box, not defending the receiver, then we have access to throw the ball. If they are outside of the box defending the receiver, then we would say no access. First thing we're looking for. We'll get into a banjo cue here that will help us have an alert to throw the football on these pre-snap recognitions. Second thing is with our teaching, we like to start out, again, like I said, teaching zone RPOs. We can do this great team tempo drill and position fundos every day of our start of our offensive sessions, and then we go right into 5 minutes of our zone drill. Again, Joe Moorhead at Penn State, the OC, where we got these concepts, uses this quote, we like to use limited number of runs, executed perfection. You're going to see here we're going to use this Split-Zone Veer blocking scheme and be able to have a whole offense with that one scheme. So this is that team tempo, snap and starts. What we like about this is we're going to pair up all our linemen and our H-backs so we get some good fit and drives, drive for 5 yards right off the bat. Our centers are doing their snap exchanges with our quarterbacks. We do that for only 2 minutes, but that gets us snap exchanges every day. Your quarterbacks can be working on their specific steps then after that. Then after the 2 minutes are up, the quarterbacks are going to go with the running backs. That gives them 3 minutes of doing run strip, mesh kind of mechanics, and the lineman can finish up them with 3 minutes of fundamental work also. Secondly, then we go to phase 2, is we'll go right into our zone drill. You can see the skill people now are going to work on this Split-Zone Veer. We've got 2 quarterbacks going, and we've got the different parts of the play. The linemen then at that time for 5 minutes with the H-back then are going to work on the specific split zone schemes against different fronts. So this right here then is the split zone, or since we made a little adjustment using a veer, it becomes a loaded veer. The nice thing about the split zone or the loaded veer is, unlike the traditional zone read, the defensive end is getting blocked, but we're still going to read him, so it's not a bang bang on your quarterbacks. Real simple. What we're trying to do here is get a nice area block, everybody stepping the same direction. The tackle's going to do what we call a replace, and block the first linebacker within his framework. The H will come and split the formation, that's the split zone concept, to go ahead and block that defensive end. And we'll go ahead and read this as a gut play to a bounce. Coaching point here, you can run this both ways, and we'll come back and show you how you can do that towards the H-back. So here's an example of it with the reads. You can see here we're looking for access right from the start. So we've got the Penn State bubble here with an outgo on the back side. If we have leverage, we'll go ahead and just throw this, or we've got an easy get right here, we'll take that. If not, then we know we've got good numbers in the box. Now we're going to read that play side defensive end. On this diagram, the end's going to stay on the line of scrimmage, keep its shoulder square, and it's an easy give read. So watch there, on the line of scrimmage, there we go, and it's a give, nice 10-yard gain. Same exact play. You can see here we actually have leverage, so we could go to our Banjo Call, which I'll explain, saying we're going to alert to throw the pass. We choose not to, but watch the defensive end this time, stays on the line of scrimmage, turns its shoulders down, and the quarterback's going to keep and get up. The nice thing about the bubble, even though we have leverage, that defender is essentially blocked because he's going to have to go defend that. So here you can see the end, turns its shoulders, we still get the block with the H-back, and we got a nice 20-yard gain, same play. Those are 9th grade high school players doing that. When you do want to throw the football, there's 2 things we can do here. First off, we'll do a banjo call, and that's only the quarterback telling the running back that he's going to eliminate the actual mesh itself and go right in to block the defensive end, and that we are going to throw the ball. The other thing you can do as a coach is if you want your quarterback to throw the football, you simply give them the alert signal, and then he can communicate the banjo. Only needs to say that to the back, and we're off and going. Turns this into a quick pass play. The next thing we can do is we can turn this into what I call a stutter bubble or a fake bubble and go. Penn State's had a ton of success with this. What we do here is we just add a north call. Again, the receivers are not listening for any verbal cues. They're doing everything off hand signals. When we do a stutter bubble, we're going to go ahead and tap the top of the head. That tells them that they are running that specific route. That also tells the quarterback to use the north verbal cue, which tells the lineman now, we're going to go ahead and block split zone veer, but we cannot go more than a yard downfield because we're going to throw the football. You can see here the quarterback will simply go ahead and give a stutter fake with the football, both hands on the ball, and then right into the throw. We've got the bubble and go on this side, and we've got an out and up on this side. He just picks best matchup, and we're off. Great play action pass off of same blocking scheme. Next one then is, like I said, you have the ability to run this towards the H-back if your numbers are such. Again, the H-back is not going to just automatically split the formation, but rather go block the play side or the call side defensive end. So here, he'll go ahead, we have numbers, we'll run it towards him. He simply does a J block and gets his head inside. Same play, no additional calls need to be made. Another thing we can do is we can adjust our blocking to a slice call. When we like to use this against defenses, I'd like to do what's called a scrape exchange. They'll bring the defensive down, which gives us a quarterback keep read, but they'll scrape that linebacker outside, going on the quarterback all the way. The slice call is really simple. Instead of giving the split signal that we do for the call, we simply slice it and go horizontal now. That tells the H-back, the only person that makes a change, that he is going to go ahead and go past that defensive end and go block now the Mr. Zero, or in this case a Sam linebacker. The reads are all the same. The quarterback's still reading the defensive end, and we're still got our pre-snap banjo alive through the whole play. Next one that Penn State had a ton of success with, and we used last year and really had a lot of fun and success with also, is now again we're just changing one person. We add now it's a south call, which is our communication or cue word for screen. We're still going to do split zone veer to the right, but the H now, instead of blocking the defensive end, is going to go ahead and go past him and turn his back to the line of scrimmage and make sure he is behind the line of scrimmage so that he's eligible to catch the ball and make this a screen, which allows these receivers to be blocking downfield. The quarterback's going to do exactly the same read on the defensive end. It can be a give, or it can be, instead of keeping, now we're going to throw it to this H-back. Again, just adding a south cue to the call. Here's an example of Penn State doing this. To the left, you're going to see the defensive end is who we're reading, but it's going to go past. We're blocking downfield. Easy 6. You'll see this from the side, and then you'll see it from behind. So again, defensive end sits. Again, quarterback just disengages from the mesh, throws a simple pass, and we're off. Catching the ball behind the line of scrimmage so you can be blocking downfield. From behind, you can see the timing. There's the mesh. Comes out. What's great about this play is it allows you to use a quarterback that is not a great runner and still keep the scheme alive. Here it is again now against Iowa. Now you're going to see the defensive end get way upfield, and it's a give read all the way through. So here defensive end gets up. Now it's a give, and they're off. The nice thing you'll see about the adjustment we made with the veer scheme is, since we're stepping towards the play, towards the defensive end we're reading, this allows the play side tackle right here to get up to that linebacker and not have to rely on your back making a man miss. So again, same scheme, split zone veer blocking. We just changed the halfback, the H-back into a receiver. Last one then is just a traditional speed option. Again, by adjusting to using a veer scheme blocking concept, we can use a traditional speed option where we now have the H-back arc block to the SAM, and we just go ahead and use our regular option rules, reading the defensive end. It's run all the way in this case. No pre-snap bubble recognition opportunities. Again, hopefully this gives you a good overview of split zone veer and the way you can take one blocking scheme with your RPO concepts and have a whole offensive series and play system to call. Thanks.